Hello students, good morning all of you. Today we are going to study the fifth chapter from Footprint Without Feet. The chapter name is also Footprints Without Feet, written by H.G. Wells. H.G. Wells, Herbert George Wells, born on 21st September 1866 and died on 13th August 1946. He was an English writer. He was prolific in many genres, writing dozens of novels, short stories, and works of social commentary, satire, biography, and autobiography. He is now best remembered for his science fiction novels and is often called the father of science fiction, along with Jules Verne and Hugo Gernsback. This story is about a scientist. His name was Griffin. One day he discovered a wonderful drug. This drug could make him invisible. He set his landlord's house on fire. Then he took the drug. He became invisible. He went to a village called Iping. There he stayed at an inn. The rest of the story is how he escaped from there. Griffin was a brilliant scientist. He conducted many experiments. One day he discovered a wonderful drug. It could make him invisible. He took that drug and became invisible. He could see everybody but nobody could see him. Griffin's landlord did not like him. He tried to get his house vacated, but Griffin became angry. He set the house on fire. Then he took the drug and took off his clothes. He became invisible and went out. Actually, two boys suddenly noticed a few muddy imprints of bare feet. They started wondering what a barefoot man doing on the steps of a house in the middle of London. The man but was nowhere to be seen. They suddenly saw another foot mark. The man was still not visible. They started following the footprints. They followed them until the footprints became faint and invisible. It was winter. It was not easy to walk without clothes. So Griffin had no money, so he went into a big London store. He stole clothes from there. When he walked with those clothes, it seemed as if a headless man was walking. He took meat, coffee, sweets, and wine from the kitchen of the store. Then he slept on a pile of quilts there. Next morning, he did not wake up in time. The shop assistants arrived and saw him. Griffin ran out in fear. The assistants ran after him. Griffin took off his clothes one by one. He became invisible again, but now he was shivering with cold. He entered the shop of a theatrical company. He wore bandages around his forehead. He also wore dark glasses, a false nose, and whiskers. Then he robbed some money from the shopkeeper. Then he took a train and reached Iping village. At Iping, Griffin booked 2 rooms at an inn. He paid the rent in advance. The name of the landlady was Mrs. Hall. She tolerated the strange behavior of Griffin due to the money. Soon Griffin spent the stolen money he had. He told the landlady that he had no cash. Griffin's clothes and bandages were lying on the floor. Suddenly, the The hat jumped and struck Mrs. Hall's face. Then the chair jumped and charged at her. The people was afraid. They thought that there were ghosts in the room. They cried and ran downstairs. The neighbors gathered there. They thought that Griffin was responsible for all that, and a policeman was called. When it happened, one day, a clergyman and her wife also came there to stay there, and as Griffin had no money, he become invisible and went to the clergyman's room and stolen the money. Clergyman and his wife heard the sound of the money, and when they entered the house, nobody was there. So they told this incident to the owner of that inn, and the next day they went to the room, and there they found that Griffin was not in the room, but the bandages and his clothes were lying on the floor. So they decided that they understood that Griffin was responsible for all this. So a policeman was called. They called the policeman. The invisible man sneaked into his room without anyone's notice and came down. Griffin and Mrs. Hall had a quarrel. He became angry. He threw off all his bandages, spectacles, and a false nose. Now he was wearing clothes, but his body was not visible above the neck. The people were horrified when they saw a headless man, and the policeman tried to catch him, the man without a head, but at last he was not able to catch the man. He escaped from the policeman, and there followed a remarkable scene as the policeman tried to get hold a man who was becoming more and more invisible as he threw off one garment after another. At last there were nervous, excited cries of hold him, but this was easier said than done. It is easy to say, but it was not easy to hold him. And Griffin had shaken himself free from the policeman, and no one knew where to lay hands on him because he is invisible. Griffin was a good scientist, and he invented a drug, a medicine to be invisible. If he can do that, his invention for a good purpose, it was good for him, and he become famous in the world. He can be famous in the world, but he was a lawless person, and he used that invention, his ability to do bad things. Okay, and from next month we are going to conduct the unit test, and I think you already got the syllabus of unit test. So prepare well for the unit test, complete your notes, and study well.